We tried, I'll tell you our experience with pricing in general and PPC. So first of all, as it relates to PPC, we never had a lot of success doing PPC with retail arbitrage, right? We tried it a bunch of times, and you're exactly right. It doesn't help everyone else. They only advertise your product when you have the buy box. So if you don't have the buy box, they're not promoting you. It's only when you have the buy box that they promote you. So because people used to say, well, if I do PPC, but someone else has the buy box, they're going to go buy from the other guy. Well, no, it's only when you have the buy box that they promote you. But we still never found it to be like very productive because the margins with RA just weren't like the margins with private label are much higher. And so you can afford oftentimes to spend 10 or 15 or maybe 20% ACOS in order to drive sales. But with retail arbitrage, it wasn't quite there. So our focus was rather buying the right product. And we did almost zero PPC I mean, we had a $15 million reselling business, and we did almost zero PPC, practically zero PPC for our reselling business. So the focus for us was making sure you buy really good inventory, and then using really good reprices to sell. So I mean, one of the big factors for us was we started using Seller Snap, and they have an AI repricing tool, which for us was a game changer because prior to that, we were using like a very basic sort of rudimentary repricing tool where you could either match your competitor or beat your competitor or go higher than your competitor, right? And so we used to have this idea where, like, in game theory economics, there's like a prisoner's dilemma thing that you learn in game theory economics, and the rational strategy is always to be the one undercutting everybody. That's like the dominant strategy in game theory. So we tried that, and all that happened was we just would sell our inventory really, really quickly, but we would drive the price down for everybody, right? And so very quickly we learned that that's not a strong strategy. You're much better off using a repricing AI repricer, and the AI repricer is very smart. So it will do something. For example, it may do something like this. It may say, you set a limit. You say a minimum and a maximum price that you're willing to sell at, right? And so let's just say, for example, your lowest price is $80 and the price currently is $100, let's just say, of the competitor. So the AI repricer might go, okay, if the competitor is at 100, I'll go at 99. And then it will watch to see what the competitor does. So let's say the competitor now goes to 98. So now you go to 97. And now the competitor goes to 96. Well, the AI repricer just learned that he's following me down. So the AI repricer will maybe just stop there, right? And maybe it will say, you know what, why don't we try push it back up to 100 and let's see what happens. So you push back to 100, the competitor goes back and follows you. So the repricing tool is now learning what the competitors are doing and how they're working, and it's trying to optimize your ROI for you, versus a much more rudimentary tool which just says beat the competitor by 50 cents. So, or beat the competitor by $1. You go 98, 99, 98, 97, 96, and it drops it all the way down to 80 within a matter of like 2 days. You're down at $80 and you're just selling everything at your lowest possible price. Right. And so like we learned the hard way that, yeah, you get great sales, but you're missing out on margin. And we learned this lesson so many times where every time you panic about, oh, there's a competitor who's lower than me. Oh my God, I'm never going to be able to sell the product. If you just wait and you're a little patient, sometimes you have to wait a week, sometimes you have to wait 3 months, but eventually the competitors sell out, and we always sold our inventory, always, at the margins we wanted.